All right, y'all. What is going on, you happy people? So today, we're going to do something I'm not familiar with. But all these are wild onions. I'm going to dig some of them up. And we are going to try to do a catch, clean, and cook at the creek. I think I'm going to get this one right here. But yeah. So these are wild onions. They don't get very, very big, but they'll do the job for today. So, let's see what we can do. Okay. So now that they're dug up, that is where the hole was. But again, like I said, they don't get very big. But that should do for what I need. Now, let's go down to the creek. And hell, put a comment down below if you think I should stock that up. Not too much, but just a little bit. That deep spot right there, that's about, roughly about 8-9 feet deep. It's pretty deep, but leave a comment down below. Or give this video a thumbs up if you think I should stock some fish into there. But I want to thank all of you kind people for watching my videos. I know I definitely have a lot more viewers than I do subscribers, which hopefully that will change over time. But I want to say thank you to all of you who watch my videos. You guys show me the support by watching my videos. And I need some good vibes in my life. I've had a lot of negativity in my life, and things just gotta change, man. Things just have to change, you know what I mean, guys? Well, would you look at that? Here we are. Kind of excited about it, man. I don't know necessarily what I'm gonna catch or what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna wing it as I go. Y'all are just gonna be the witness. But I got a couple things with me, and I'll show you that in just a second. Water's getting low. Oh gosh. Oh, that's a lot more steeper than I thought. Whew. I'm winded now. That's what I just came down. All that. Set this minnow trap out real quick. And as I do that, I'll tell you all the story. All my onions. So I got my minnow trap. Y'all haven't seen this in a while in my videos. I've been using it. Winter fishing is so challenging, I swear, man. Me and my girl went out fishing just the other day. I think it was yesterday. And it is just so challenging to catch any fish. Not even in this minnow trap is it challenging, but it was a challenge. Just toss right there. I'm using Cheetos, so y'all don't judge. Someone told me Cheetos work great for bait and minnow traps, but we'll just have to see. But, so we went fishing the other day, right over here, and me and my fiance's daughter, her name is Ellie, and it's kind of a sad story, but my catfish died. I went out during my Christmas break. Me and my fiance went to go visit my mom down in San Antonio and Hondo area, and came back, or within the first day we left, the catfish died. But then we came out here, and Ellie came down right over here and casted right past this bundle of, I don't know what it is, trees. And she ended up catching a bass, just a little bass, nothing big. And so we kept it. We put it in our aquarium, and I will show you guys the aquarium later in this video. Just stay tuned. So yeah. So today we're gonna just do a catch, clean, and cook whatever we can catch. It's got to be big enough to do something with. But so I got my minnow trap for the bait, maybe some minnows for the bass. I got my minnow bucket so I can put my bait in it. Oh, dang. And I got my net just in case. Just in case I see something. And then here's all my ingredients. It's my fishing pole holder. It's my little stick. Thing comes in handy, I'm telling you. I ain't feeling very hot today. Today's not, I don't know. I just don't feel good today. I'm under the weather, I guess. But we're gonna see what we can get in this minnow trap. Hopefully we can get something. If not, then I'll use my net and I'll just scope around and see if we can find any minnows. And we'll go with that. But look how beautiful it is. Besides the couches, you know, I don't know. People come off the bridge and they dump furniture from the bridge into the water. And when this place is flooding, it pushes. Well, these couches used to be over there. They didn't get very far, and it's flooded a couple times out here, and then you would almost think that it would at least wash down, but it isn't. All this used to not be like this. It all used to be opened water. There was two streams. One was going here, one was going here. There'd be a couple of old timers that would come out here, and they'd find big boulders and they would make a dam across. So it filled this area up, but still flowed enough to keep the water circulating. And it was a really cool thing. And then it flooded one year and it got washed away. Now I don't know, my voice just squeaked. I don't know where I'm gonna do the catch, clean, and cook. Hell, I might do it right here, but there's a lot of dead vegetation. I wouldn't want a fire, and I got pastures back there, all up there, and yeah, this place is just too pretty to make a mistake. So we might go down yonding over and see if we can find a decent little opening. That looks like a decent spot right there. We'll just go right there. That looks like a decent spot. And we'll try it. We'll probably grab some rocks and make a little fireplace and whatnot. Be all pretty. But it's nice to come out here and just enjoy the sound of the water. This place changes every day. Every time it floods, this place changes to something different. The water's super clear. Super pretty. I know during the summer, man, this place is live with fish. Alive, I tell you. Right now, it's kind of gross. It's all like the ground, the bottom of it's turning yellow. I don't know why that is. If y'all know why a creek would grow this slimy moss balls looking egg sac things all on the bottom. I mean, all down on the bottom. But if y'all know, let me know down in the comments, because I have no idea. I just know when you step on it, it's really gushy and slimy, almost like egg sacs, but it turns the whole bottom of the creek yellow, almost like a golden color. It's just weird. A lot of it looked like that, just regular rock that you see all over the place, but now it's just turning yellow. I don't know if it's because of the way the weather is or what, but all right, you guys, so I then rigged up my pole, took my weight off, put a bobber on it. It's been about 10-15 minutes. So we're gonna go and check this minnow trap. And hopefully there's something good that's in it. Hopefully we'll get something, because I really don't feel like searching for these minnows. Oh yeah. Honestly, I don't see anything at all, you guys. At all. God. Gosh dang. That's really unfortunate. Alright, well. You wanna see a magic trick, y'all? Let's go get that net. And just like that, we have the net and bucket. So what's better? Is a black minnow trap better or a silver one? I've had buddies tell me that silver's better because the fish can't see it. They could see the shadow of the black. I don't know how accurate that is, but if you guys know, let me know down in the comments below. See if there's anything in this side. I did not bring the right boots for this. Right shoes for this. I brought my boots with me. Let's just give this scoop and see what's all down over here. Nothing's over here. Gosh, dang it. Oh, there's some right there. There's like a whole school of them. Let's see if we can kind of sneak up on them a little bit without falling in. Oh, I got one, but there's a whole school of them. If I can just hit up that school. You guys gotta bear with me. This camera's gonna be like all over the place just because I'm doing this one-handed. I'm sloughing it. Cool. I got one. There's the one. Now we'll give it one more scoop and see what all happens. Oh, besides grabbing rocks. That'd be nice not to catch. Oh, we got a couple here. There's one. There's two. So yeah, let's go do that. Let's go move the minnow trap and put it over here. So yeah. So we got a couple. That's a plus. Let's see if we can make anything happen with just the couple we have. Alright, you guys. So I just cast it out there. Last time I tried to cast it out there, I ended up snagging a tree. Trying to one-hand it. So we're gonna see. I'll let you guys know if I catch anything. Stay tuned. Well, it's been a hot minute. I changed it back to my weight because I figured maybe the fish are more down towards the bottom. But I don't know. It's been a minute since I had any bites. Whoo, got lightheaded. Whoa, stood up a little too fast there. I went on the other side over here. It's on the other side of this rubbish. And cast it a couple times, ain't nothing. But in the meantime, let's go check out this minnow trap while that's posted up. Alright, moment of truth, y'all. Moment of truth. What the heck, man? There ain't a single fish in it. I could see it. There's a whole bunch of fish around it. It's like they don't know how to get in it. What the heck? So that's frustrating. Okay, boys and girls. We are going to our new spot. I hope you enjoy the scenery. just like that, guys. We're here. It's pretty deep right here. It's about 6.5, 7 feet deep right here. I'm gonna use a bobber just because there's a tree down and I snag on it all the time when I come down here. These are all the minnows I've caught that you guys didn't get to see. I didn't even make a video on it. All right, so I just re-rigged. So I'm using a bobber, and it goes down about 2 feet to a swivel to a size 6 hook. All right, let's get us a minnow. Well, I hope this spot works out a whole lot better. I just hook them right in between the eyes. Like so. I don't know if you guys can see that. Forgot I had my stick here. That wind is blowing my bobber around. So I'll tell you guys a story. I lived in Florida. Man, it was a blast. I've lived in Palm Harbor, Florida, and there was this dock, and I used to fish off that dock all the time, every day after school. I mean, every day, and it was fun. And I wasn't really into doing the whole catch, clean, and cook, or catching a fish, taking it home, and saving my parents to cook it for me. I didn't get into that until I was about, I want to say I was like probably 17, 18 years old. And, me and my dad would go to South Padre all the time with my sisters, and we would do a lot of red fishing and catching trout. And there was a resort that my dad would renovate, and you could fish that place all day long and just have a blast. It was the most prettiest place I can recall. If I could ever find it, I'm telling you, I would definitely renovate it for myself and my fiance, and maybe my daughter and my fiance's daughter, Ellie. And but I would go and tell my parents that I was gonna go fishing. So I'd ride my bike all the way to the dock, and I had a cast net, and I would catch the most craziest things with that cast net. I've caught squid, shrimp, blue crab, man. And let me tell you, I used to catch some blue crab all the time. I've never used chicken. I hear chicken's the best to use, but I've never tried it. I had an aunt, and she would allow me to bring crabs to her house. And so I'd go out and I'd get on this dock and I would fish and just put a piece of slobby, bloody meat of fish on. And typically a perch or anything really that I wouldn't eat but use for bait. And I'd catch about 4 or 5 crabs and take them back to her house, and we would cook them up and eat it. It's your childhoods that bring back those good vibes that you wish you could go back in time and say, hey, I want to do that again. Well, eventually that's going to happen. I do plan on moving to the coast. I don't know when. I'll probably move to South Padre and then start my fishing guide business there. and see where it goes over time. Man, I used to just fish and fish and fish. There was a manta ray one time. There was a big old manta ray that came up towards the dock, and I had a snag under the dock. And I went swimming with this manta ray, and I got scared. I thought it was going to eat my leg off or something, like if it was a shark. I didn't know what to expect from it, but, you know, it would get spooked because I got in the water, and then it would come up and nudge me. And it was really, really cool. There'd be dolphins early in the morning. I mean, early, like you get there at the docks about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and you'd see, you know, on the outgoing tide or incoming tide, the dolphins would just appear just out of nowhere. Just a whole family of them. And they would sit around for a while and have a great old time doing what they do. It was just fun. I enjoyed every minute of it. And I don't really like this bobber idea. I think it was better just to not use a bobber. I haven't had nothing yet. Normally this place is hopping. I can throw a pole in there and just like that, I'd have a fish. I want to make a trip going to South Padre. I think that would be really cool. My fiance's never been to the beach. So I'm going to try to see if we can make maybe something this summer. We'll see if we can make it out there, and who knows what will happen. But I do want to say I appreciate for every one of you who have watched my videos. I don't care if it was the whole video, 2 minutes of my video, hell, even 30 seconds of it. The fact that you clicked on it and watched it, or some of it, means that I'm doing something right. There was something that you guys saw as interest and wanted to see what it was about. I know my videos ain't great, but I'm trying. I'm really trying to make better quality content out, and I'm only doing all this for you guys. You know, I want to entertain you guys as well as taking you guys and girls on this adventure with me. And there's a lot to come, and I promise you there's going to be more than you can even imagine. It's just going to take me some time to get there. But I just want to say thank you to all of you guys for supporting me and liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. It means a lot to me. But again, if I can get 10 likes on this video, I will make a dedication video to catching just a bunch of minnows and putting it into the pond that's on the property. If I can get 10 likes, 10. You gotta start small, I guess, you know? I haven't caught nothing yet, guys. I don't know if it's gonna work out today. It's a beautiful day. It's supposed to be like 64 degrees today. Here in Denison, Texas. That's where I'm at. Anyway, so a little bit more storytelling for you guys. So me and my sister would go kayaking all the time. And we would kayak just to see the islands around the area, just to see what all was around. And let me grab my drink real quick. And there was this one day, there was a bait shop, a live bait shop, like right around the corner from our house. And we got like, I think a dozen shrimp. And we were like, let's just go to this island that we found and see if we can go fish. And if we don't catch anything, we'll just cook up the shrimp. And so that's exactly what we did. We went out And I was like, let's just we were in the channel, and I was like, let's just see what happens when I throw a live shrimp out. I shit you not that I probably just, as soon as the shrimp hit the water, I caught probably a 20-inch speckled trout. I didn't have any any utensils of cleaning it. We bought the little accessories of how to cook the shrimp on a grill or something, but I didn't have a knife on me. I didn't have anything to prepare this fish with, so we just kind of tossed it back. At the dock, the first time I ever caught a shark, I didn't know what to do with it. I was kind of scared. I'd catch stingrays, sharks. It was adventurous. It made me want to just keep fishing. I could fish all day long, all night long. And it was probably about a 1.5 2 foot black tip shark. As I was reeling it in, it took a minute. I didn't have the strongest fishing pole or the strongest line, and I had a guy on the dock with me. I didn't know him. He just was there fishing, doing the same thing I was doing, and he helped me take the hook out. Well, we didn't take the hook out. We just cut the loop on the hook, so that way over time it would just slip out. There was one time I was trying to catch blue crab, and this is a cool story. So I was trying to catch blue crab one time. So I put a chunk of just a little cube of frozen perch meat, and I cast it out there. Slowest day of my life. Normally when I go there, it's like bam, bam, bam. Always catching something. And I remember my pole getting tight, or my line getting tight, and I thought it was a blue crab, so I slowly reeled it in. Well, it gets to a snag, and I didn't know what to think of it. I pulled and I pulled and I pulled, and finally I reeled it. It got unsnagged, and when I reeled it in, it was an eel. And I've never knew that you could catch eels. But when I got it up, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what it was. I knew it was an eel, but I didn't. I just ended up cutting my line and kicking it back in the water. I've caught stingrays. There was this one time, it was another slow time, and there was a couple that was on the dock, and I went out and wanted to try to catch more live bait. I just threw my live perch on there, my last one, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to post it up right here. Normally I'll tie it off to the 4x4 that's on the dock right in the corner. And this time I didn't do it because I didn't think nothing was going to happen. So I get my cast net, and I'm walking towards the shallow end of the dock, and I turn around. I just caught a seahorse in my cast net, and that was a really cool time. I've never seen a seahorse in my entire life other than on TV and movies and kid shows and all sorts of stuff. So I went to go run back with the net into my bucket because I also had fish. Well, I'm watching my pole, just bounce hard. I don't know what it was. I mean, it went ballistic. And I was running. I was running as fast as I could. I'm just a little boy, and I yell at those people to grab my fishing pole because all I remember was in my mind that pole is gonna flip into the water. And so by the time I was right there, I could have probably jumped over the rail and grabbed my line or my pole, but I didn't. And my pole literally went into the water, and I've never seen it again. But I don't. To this day, I think about what could have been on the back of that line, at the end of the line. But there was this island that me and my sister would go to, and it was called the Lost Ship Island or something. There was a boat on that island, a pretty decent sized boat, and it looked like a sailboat almost, but it was upside down, tilted, and we would fish off of that island, and we would catch nothing. There's times where we would catch some things, but there was this one time, the time that we went, we just kept getting hit after hit after hit, and we would break the shrimp up to little nuggets, and it just nothing. No matter how long we stayed there and to try to catch something, it just didn't work out. So we ended up cooking our shrimp, and that was probably the time that I got into catch, clean, and cooking, and it was exciting. It really was, knowing that I went out and we got shrimp and tried to make a day out of something, and then at the end of the day, we made a little fire and we ended up cooking our shrimp. Well, there was this guy there, and he got very angry because we made a fire on the island next to the water, and we used this grate that we found that was all rusted up, and it was just in the sand, and we cleaned it off to the best of our ability. And the fire wasn't big. It was no big than both my hands together, and we cooked all the shrimp and we ate it. It was really, really good. That was a fun day. I'm gonna try to recast this line. I don't know what's happening. I don't have a weight. I need to invest in getting little clamp-on weights. Using my pole as a fly rod works out sometimes. Not all the time, though. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Even if I don't catch anything, I hope you guys enjoy this video. My goal was to... So let me walk you through what I got in my bag, just in case nothing happens. So I got my tin foil. So I was going to fillet some fillets, or make some fillets, and I was going to put some garlic salt on it, and some of this 5 seasoning stuff. This stuff is pretty good. I've never used it. I've used it on meat and deer meat and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty good. The onions were going to come into play. These onions, I was going to clean them off, and they're really, really good. You pull them out of the ground, you wash them off, and they're really sweet right now at the moment. You wait a little bit. I mean, you can definitely tell they're onions. But I was going to plant some of them because these will actually grow to your, a decent size ball of an onion. But I was going to cut some of these up and put it inside the fillets and try to make some kind of something cool that I've never done before. But I mean, it's so good. Man, it's just so good. And these are just back in the pasture. They're wild onions. Of course, you can let it harvest. And right now they're sweet. You let them harvest, and they're going to taste like a white onion. And but yeah, I was going to put some of those in the fish as I cooked it up. And we were going to make a little meal out of it. Just something. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen today, y'all. I don't know. Oh, we got something. Oh, what was that? How come y'all didn't tell me I was getting a bite? Dang. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, wow, that didn't work at all. Whatever it is, it's playing with it. There we go. Got him. Look at that. So, I don't know. I'm learning a little bit more about these fish. And I'm not a genius over it. But there's 3 different types of bass. Or you got your smallmouth bass, you got or 4 types of bass. You got your largemouth bass, your smallmouth bass, and then a striped bass. And I don't know if that's considered a striped bass. Not a striped bass, a spotted bass. And then you have your hybrid bass. I mean, it's wild. But if y'all know, is that a spotted bass? I don't know, but he's too small. Now I'm gonna probably try to catch one a little bit bigger than this one. And I know there's a legal limit over it, but we're in the back of a creek. And let me release this guy. And we're gonna cook him up. Even if we catch perch, I mean, I just want a couple of fish. But I'm just hoping for something. So hopefully we'll get lucky. I don't know if you guys can see that. This squirrel is going down there drinking water.